no fun when you're alone. But no matter what we're going through, together we can find our way home. So come on and sleep over, and everything will be just fine. You and I can't wait until the sun. So come on and sleep over, together we can dream in time. And nothing's gonna stop us having fun. So come on and sleep over.
Hi, Frankie here. I'm the leader of the Sleepover Club. There are 4 of us and we sleep over at each other's houses.
Francesca Thomas, what are you doing up there?
Nothing! Ever notice when you're in trouble, you always get your full name? Funny thing is, Francesca Thomas never feels like me. I'm Frankie. Francesca Thomas is some girl who gets into trouble all the time. Actually, she should really get her act together. Seriously, it wasn't my fault. It was the whole Sleepover Club. We don't look for trouble. It finds us. And suddenly...
You're grounded. Do you hear me? Apart from school, you are not to walk out that door.
She did say door, didn't she? I wouldn't normally do this sort of thing. Promise. It's just I have this mega important letter I have to deliver. You'd understand if you knew the full story. It all started last week. It was Mufti Day at school. No, Mufti Day is one big excuse for all the girls to wear short skirts and tight t-shirts and show off to the boys. Personally, I don't care what boys think of me. So I just threw on anything. For Kenny, the choice was easy. Kenny lived for Manchester United. She had a shirt for each day of the week, so she'd never be caught without one. Fliss got up at 4:30. She needed at least 4 hours to get ready. In case you haven't guessed, Fliss is obsessed by her appearance. Sometimes I wonder if that's all she cares about.
Hi guys, how do I look?
See what I mean? Poor Linz woke up to a terrible surprise. Her first ever pimple. It was as if this pimple decided that since it was the first, it wanted to be the biggest and the best. Linz said it was like waking up with an extra nose. She even gave it a name, Michael, after her horrible twin brother.
What's with the bag?
I've got a pimple. You can't go to school like that. It looks fine. Honestly, you can hardly notice it.
Don't worry, Linz. It's not like everyone can be gorgeous. What?
So, there we all were, walking to school like we did every day. The Sleepover Club. Plus Michael the Pimple. Ready to take on the world. And it felt good. Until... Hey, look! Rosie Cartwright was from England. She'd only been at our school a week. There was just something about her.
Wow, she looks great in that outfit. That must be where she lives. She's pretty and rich. Maybe I should make friends with her.
Has anyone told you you're incredibly superficial, Fliss?
Yep, you. All the time. But Mum says it's only because you're threatened by my good looks. So, I forgive you. Maybe Fliss is right. Maybe we should ask her to hang out.
Why?
Because she's new. I feel sorry for her.
I don't know. She seems a bit...
What?
She doesn't speak English properly.
She is English.
Yeah, well, she doesn't speak Australian.
I'm English too. Does that mean I don't speak Australian?
Can't just ask anyone to hang out with us. We're the Sleepover Club. We have a reputation to uphold. And to be friends with us, you've got to be smart and funny and sophisticated.
Hey guys, look at this. I can touch my nose with my tongue.
Did I say sophisticated?
Yeah.
Okay, So maybe I didn't really like Rosie. She was just too Rosie. And the more I saw of her that week, the more convinced I became.
I'm handing back your creative writing assignments. Though I have to say, most of them seem to lack any creativity whatsoever. Although there are one or two exceptions. Rosie, you wrote a wonderful story. We're very lucky to have you in the class. Francesca, looks like you've got some serious competition at last.
The worst thing about Rosie was that she was nice to the mortal enemy. The M&Ms consisted of Matthew, the leader, and his friends Marco and Michael, Lindsay's twin brother. The M&Ms were put on this earth to make our lives as difficult as possible.
Hey girls, I worked out why you call yourself the Sleepover Club. Because you're so boring, you bore each other to sleep.
Ha ha, that's hilarious, Marco. It must have taken every inch of your pea-sized brain to come up with that. Funny thing is, none of us are laughing.
What's going on with your chin, Linz? Looks as though a UFO might have landed.
It's a pimple, loser. A sign of adulthood and sophistication.
Could have fooled me.
Great catch, Matthew. Knots. Here you go.
Oh. Thanks.
Come on. Can you believe that? She was flirting with an M&M.
Did you think so?
Totally. How could you tell? It was so obvious. The way she handed the ball back.
You're not jealous of her, are you?
Me? Jealous? No way. I'm so not jealous. I'm the opposite of jealous. What's the opposite of jealous?
Indifferent?
On your marks. Set.
Mr. Biceps was our PE teacher. His real name is Mr. Bilton, but, well, it's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Everyone down for blocks? I'll be at the other end.
Go on, push up. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Hang on! It's all right.
What is that?
Are you okay? Yeah. Thanks.
I'm sorry. The M&Ms soon found out that Rosie could give as good as she got.
Are we all here? Yes, sir. Okay, now where's Matthew McDougall and his mates?
They're still in the shower.
If you boys don't get out here in the next 10 seconds...
Isn't that Rosie?
But Mr. Bilton,
Get out here immediately or you'll be on detention for the rest of the year.
we can't find our clothes.
Now! Rosie, who do those belong to?
Nice one. Mr. Bilton assumed we were all involved and reported us to our form teacher. She gave us the worst punishment of them all. Gross. How much chewing gum can one desk have?
It was so worth it, though. Just to see the look on those boys' faces. Not just their faces. It was the best way to get revenge, Rosie. Hey, this one's quite fresh. Don't even think about it.
All right, Francesca Thomas, if you've got time to be making faces, you can remove chewing gum from every classroom in this corridor. Better get a move on.
What's up with her? She's normally quite nice for a teacher.
Now, she's the mega grump from hell. This was really not my idea of a good time.
goodness me. No, I will not calm down. This is the final straw, Adrian. I've had enough.
What was I meant to do? I didn't want to get in more trouble with Miss Nichols, so I decided to keep a low profile.
No more excuses, Adrian. It's over.
Can you believe Miss Nichols had a boyfriend? I never think of teachers having things like boyfriends. I wish I knew a way to cheer her up.
Yeah, it's in our interest for her to be happy. While she's the mega grump, we're in trouble.
You can say that again. So that's what we'll do.
Sleepover Club solves teachers' love life. Sounds good to me.
And she's bound to be happy when she finds a cute new boyfriend. So let's meet up at the cafe tomorrow and come up with a plan. What cafe? The Beach Hut Cafe. That's where we all hang out. Okay, we'll all meet up tomorrow, 4 p.m. I'll see you tomorrow then. Bye. What does her dad do? He's a journalist. Her brother's away at college, I think.
What about her mum?
She hasn't mentioned her mom.
Traitors.
What?
I can't believe you asked Rosie to hang out with us without us having a group discussion first.
Come on, Frankie. She's the best. Yeah, she totally humiliated the M&Ms.
You have so broken the sleepover code. We're supposed to be a democracy. That means voting on everything.
Okay, let's take a vote. Who here is in favor of Rosie hanging out with us?
Kenny's my oldest friend. I knew I could expect loyalty from her.
Sorry, Frankie. That's 3-1.
Democracy doesn't work. I learned that in social studies.
Come on, Frankie, what's wrong with her?
She's too, you know.
I like her. So do I.
Me too.
Good to see you studying so hard, Frankie.
It's maths homework. What do you expect?
I had the same problem with maths myself.
Mum, there's this new girl at school, Rosie. She's from England. The other girls really like her.
And you don't?
It's not that I don't like her. It's more that I haven't made up my mind yet.
What's she like?
Well, I guess she's funny, pretty, cool-looking, smart.
She does sound awful, Frankie. Better stay away from her.
It's just the Sleepover Club are perfect the way we are. There's 4 of us. We've been friends forever.
I seem to remember Lynn's being the new girl a few years ago.
Yeah, she was. But that was different.
How was that different?
Because Lynn's was, you know, Lynn's. She was...
Funny, cool-looking, smart, kind.
Okay, I get it.
Oh, John.
We call each other SOCs, or socks. Short for Sleepover Club, of course.
Hey, SOCs. And Rosie.
Frankie! Look, guys, Michael's nearly gone.
Oh, he's definitely shrunk.
I might even miss him when he goes. So where are we going to find a gorgeous guy to make Miss Nichols happy?
I know, her perfect match.
Who?
Hi, Mr. Milton. Oh, would you like a hand with those? You're looking hot. As in sweaty. Hot and sweaty.
No, she's right, thanks.
How was your weekend?
Francesca, it's Wednesday. The weekend was a while ago.
Yeah? I mean, this weekend. How will your weekend be?
Good, I'm going sailing.
Sailing's good. Better with another person, don't you think? Like, a girlfriend, maybe? If you had one.
No, I don't. But I got to tell you, Francesca, I think you're a little too young for me.
But I didn't mean that. No, it's just we're doing a project on relationships in the 21st century. And if you could describe your ideal woman, what would she be like?
Venus Williams, the world's greatest tennis player. She's my perfect match.
Oops. I don't think so. That afternoon, we gathered at the Beach Hut Cafe to continue our plan. This could be harder than we thought. I doubt she even plays tennis.
Just because he said Venus Williams doesn't mean he's not open to someone else. When Brad Pitt married Jennifer, I accepted that I had to look at other options.
That was big of you, Fliss.
Hello, ladies.
Hi, Mistress.
The usual, eh? 5 very, very smoothies.
Thanks, Mistress.
A new member of the club?
Not exactly. Sort of.
What if we lock Miss Nichols and Mr. Bilton in a tight space together? Like the broom closet near our classroom.
Yeah, and?
It'll be like in the movies. Whenever people are trapped together in tight places, they always end up, you know.
I never knew what a wonderful person you were until we got trapped in here together and had quality time. In some ways, I hope they never find us.
What about food?
Who needs food when I have you?
Oh, Mr. Bilton.
Yeah, and what if it backfires?
How the heck did we get locked in here?
It was your fault.
No, it was your fault. We could starve to death.
Well, if I have to eat you, I'm not going to feel the least bit bad about it.
Good. At least I don't have to look at your face all day.
She's right. I think we should just set them up on a date.
Yeah, but how?
She's just going to have to ask him, isn't she? Okay, is anyone here good at poetry?
I'd rather vomit.
Kenny, that's what people do when they're in love.
Vomit? Write poetry. If I was Miss Nichols, what would I write to Mr. Bilton? I love your muscles. I love your muscles. I love your face.
I love your face. You're the greatest specimen in the human race. You're my favorite dish.
The pick of the catch. You're definitely my perfect match.
Great, Rosie. Okay, so where are they going to meet?
We need to think of a place that Miss Nichols goes already.
Perfect. Miss Nichols always goes to the local supermarket just before 4. I know, because then she sees my Auntie Sally. They do a French course together.
The supermarket. How romantic. Meet me by the frozen peas.
Can you think of anywhere better? The next day, Kenny, Fliss and I kept a lookout while Rosie and Linz put the letter into Mr. Bicep's pigeonhole. That day felt like the longest day in history, waiting to get to the supermarket to see our perfect match take place. We made sure we wouldn't be seen.
Can't see a thing. Think we should move over.
Shh! Miss Nichols!
Now all we need is... There he is.
Right on time for his date. Very good sign.
She should choose the double layer extra soft.
He's shopping.
Maybe he's nervous before the big day.
So he shops?
He is in a supermarket, Frankie.
That was close. We'll spy from the next aisle up. What are they doing here?
Quick, we don't want to miss anything.
They haven't even said hello. All they've done is smile at each other. But they do like the same pasta. That's a good sign.
He must be nervous. Come on, Mr. Bilton, say something.
I never know whether to go for the penne or the spaghetti.
How lame was that? Shh. He's trying.
Well, spaghetti's good. Or fettuccine.
Yeah. All right. I'm wondering whether I should go for the bow ties for sort of a mince.
They're going to talk about pasta all day.
Ouch!
I think you girls have some explaining to do.
But Miss Nichols, it was an accident. Someone pushed me.
What were you all doing in here anyway?
I think I can explain that, Miss Nichols.
You can?
Francesca, is this your letter?
What letter? I didn't write any letter.
It's got your initials on it.
Huh? No, I didn't. It wasn't from me. There's been a mistake. It was supposed to be from Ms. Nichols.
What?
Me and my big mouth.
We were only trying to help. Set you up on a date. We were going to lock you in the broom closet. Then we were worried it might backfire.
Go and get yourself cleaned up. Right this instant.
I really appreciate you dropping Francesca's bag around. And rest assured, I'll be monitoring her letter writing in the future.
It's no problem.
See you.
While I waited for Mum to go ballistic on me, Linz was getting to the bottom of the mix-up.
Come on, Linz, let me out.
No way, not until you admit you were responsible.
For what?
For doctoring our letter to Mr. Biceps and causing Fliss to fall on top of us all at the supermarket. Are you giggling, Michael Collins?
Oh, no. Hay fever. Come on, I've got to go to cricket practice. Let me out.
No way, not until we get a confession.
He admitted everything. Soon after, Linz began spraying honeysuckle air freshener under the door.
Okay, confess.
You already know the next bit.
You're grounded. Do you hear me? Apart from school, you are not to walk out that door.
This is an official invitation to our next sleepover. Although Ms. Nichols and Mr. Bilton might not be the perfect match, Rosie Cartwright and the Sleepover Club could be.